Margie Steltzer, and I wanted to talk today about my opposition to the death penalty, to join many other voices in Kentucky who oppose the death penalty. I live in rural Kentucky in a Christian intentional community. We gathered here to live more gently on the land, more gently in our world, and to support each other in a life of nonviolence. This is a part of a long journey of mine. I was raised Catholic and was raised as a pro-life activist. My mom took me on the streets as a pretty young child, holding signs advocating for life. And I was among the first marchers on Washington in March for Life. Marches there in D.C. As I grew older and I entered nursing school at a St. Louis University Catholic Jesuit college, we were required to take a medical ethics class to examine many issues, including end-of-life issues and assisted suicide. And I decided at that time that I could not participate in acts that directly led to someone else's death. It is continuation of this sanctity of life. So when the wars in Afghanistan and wars in Iraq were brewing again, I took to the streets, holding signs to advocate for life, believing that violence does not solve our problems of security, that killing one person does not justify the killing of another, that our security is not gained through violent means. My opposition to the death penalty is interwoven in all of this experience for advocating for life, that all life is sacred from conception to natural death, that our security is not gained through acts of violence, that I cannot participate through my tax dollars, actions that directly result in the death of another. What I do believe is that my security lies in God. I believe that we are called to love, as Jesus called us to love our neighbors, not just the neighbors that we agree with, and not just the neighbors who live the life that we live. We are called to love all neighbors, and that Jesus continues to call us to forgiveness. Forgiveness not just once, and not just in easy times, to struggle with forgiveness again and again and again. Now, my mom always talked about occasions of sin, and that we are to avoid situations of where we will be tempted to sin. And I do believe that there are people who are, by living in the greater society, are too tempted to harm others, and that it is out of Christian love that we create situations where they don't have access to greater society. But these institutions need to respect human dignity and respect basic human rights, including the right to life. I hope that other Catholics and other Kentuckians will join me in this movement to abolish the death penalty in Kentucky.